Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Girls and Gays Let's Talk. I have my new co-host with me that officially is joining.
It's me, Marissa, with one S.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be co-hosting.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, I feel, when you have the same person every time with you.
Yeah, and I do like to talk, so.
True. I think I was telling you how hard it is to find someone every single time.
I bet.
Yeah.
Especially with like their busy schedules and everything.
Yeah.
Because not everybody gets weekends off.
Yeah, not everyone does. And then some people are like, yeah, let's do it. And then at the end, don't do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now I have to rush to find somebody. And so, yeah, it's hard.
Jeez.
So having someone that's always there is easier.
So I'll always be here.
Yes.
Unless there's a hurricane.
But that's true. We can always record so early. No one would know when we drop it. Actually, a few episodes in the past, I have erased them saying like certain things because I wasn't going to drop it near that.
Okay.
Like one I left on was like whenever somebody mentioned my birthday because I didn't figure that mattered. But I like somebody said, yeah, Easter's coming up and I was going to be posting the video after Easter.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had to like erase the mention of Easter.
Okay. That's smart.
I was clever.
You are clever.
And so I didn't want it to be obvious. Like when I recorded this.
Yeah, the attention to detail, it's immaculate.
Yeah, I tried to be where it's not as obvious when I record something.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I posted yours so quickly because you had mentioned what you had did. The first one we did, where you had mentioned that you had gone to Dallas. And I was like, okay, since you just went to Dallas, like in the huge story was this, then I had to post that one right away because it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just
Okay.
see everything. I think things through when I would post them. Yeah, but it's easier now.
Yes.
So today we're here because we're going to be talking about things we had dreamed in our 20s and where are we now on those dreams.
At 30 years old.
Yes.
30 and 31?
31.
Yes. I'll be joining the 31 Club in July.
You're almost there.
Almost.
How do you feel about being 30 already?
It's wild. I'm getting older and like I
Things
do
are
have
hurting.
younger friends as well. Yeah, definitely. Things are hurting. If I keep my leg in a position too long, it starts tingling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, my blood circulation. But I'm not having like those very common knee pains that other people have.
Yeah, I haven't had knee pain. I have had like my ankle
The one
because
that
I
you
had
broke.
injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only one.
Sometimes my arm will randomly start to hurt. It's the one that I broke a bunch of times. Yes.
Yeah, that's funny.
So a dream you had at 20 years old.
Yeah, I remember I wanted to own my own restaurant at 20. That's why I was culinary school.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to open my own restaurant. I remember very vividly. I wanted it to be kind of like I went to Fogo.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like their kind of style.
Yeah, bringing it out to your plate.
No, like the restaurant itself.
Oh, the atmosphere.
The atmosphere is
Okay.
what I liked, and so I wanted something like that.
Okay. Did you know what kind of food that you wanted to serve?
I wasn't sure yet because that's why I was going to school for it
Mm-hmm.
to kind of like have a better idea. I liked baking and pastry more at the end while I was doing it, but I enjoy eating more Asian food. So it made no sense. And I figured I can't be like a Hispanic person cooking Asian food. Like I feel like it's gonna be rude.
Well,
But I did like fine dining is what I wanted to do.
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember you told me a technique about meatloaf glaze being brown sugar and ketchup, and I use that to this day. It's so good.
That's funny.
Brown sugar and ketchup.
Yeah. It's easy. And if you don't have brown sugar, you can make it.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, who has molasses just standing here, just hanging around? If you don't have brown sugar, you're not going to have molasses.
Well, you never know. There's somebody out there that probably does.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So let's see. At 20, I was in community college and I wanted to be a nurse. And I was like, yeah, nurses make good money. And like they had a program at the time. It was like very early on into the program where they were starting to offer like nursing classes.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's do that. But I had to take all these little steps first before I could start that process. It was the anatomy class that was like, you know what? Maybe I could do something else. It doesn't have to be nursing.
Did your high school not have nursing?
No.
My high school had it.
A high school had nursing classes?
Yeah, like you go to like, it's like a pre-thing. So it wasn't like, you get your license at the end, but it's like, actually maybe you did. You get a certain license at the end.
Probably CNA.
Yeah, CNA.
Okay. No, I wanted to do the RN.
Okay.
So like the ones that are in the hospitals that you work 3 days on, 3 days off. And thank goodness that didn't work out because then like COVID happened and like a lot of
that
people.
would have sucked.
Yeah. A lot of people that I went to school with, like in high school with, some of them were in school for nursing and their very first year outside of school was the pandemic.
Golly.
Yeah. And it burned out a lot of nurses.
Yeah, it did.
And like
doctors too, a bunch of them left the profession.
Yeah, because there were so many people they couldn't save.
It was not just that, it's also certain people like treated them badly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't blame them. I would have quit too.
So what other dreams did you have? Cars, houses, property?
Actually, one of the things I've always wanted to do was like I think I've told you how my grandparents, they own property. They rent them out. I've always wanted to do that.
Okay, you wanted to be a landlord.
Yeah. But now things I feel like they're so expensive.
Yeah.
That's going to be very hard for me to start.
I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah, I feel like with time, hopefully the market will cool down and things will become cheaper. We could just wait and see. Because they are building more houses.
Yeah.
Like, even where I live, like, the neighborhoods are popping up every single day.
Yeah, because I look on Zillow around, like, where you live, and I'm like, oh, and it's, like, manufactured houses coming in a couple of months. And it's, like, the same layout for me and Matt were driving by this place, and it was just, like, copy and paste of each house.
Yes.
And that
I don't like
freaky.
that.
And it was all white and black.
Yeah.
And that was scary. It was giving... what the Harry Styles movie, My Darling?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was kind of giving that.
You know who does that? DR Horton does that. They do shit houses.
Oh,
no offense, but they do. I don't like them.
I haven't come across them. I come across the Lennar ones.
Lennar, I don't know that one.
The Lennar building?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. Well, the only reason I know DR Horton is because I work for the fence company.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They were like the big one. Of course, they do a house like in a week. Of course,
it'll fly
like
away.
They finish their houses so quickly. I'm like, that's impressive, but it's like
worrisome.
Shit.
Yeah,
they weren't good. Like they were just pretty much copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was.
Dang.
And some I liked, like Perry's. I never walked inside, so this is me looking outside. And so the outside of those houses, at least they look different.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll be on the street and it wouldn't be copy and paste. Like this one's like brick, this one's rock. Like they're all were more different, and so I like theirs better from the outside.
Yeah.
But I'm not in real estate, so I don't know how the inside was. I never walked inside. They did tell me like we are allowed inside, like in case you need to go to the restroom or something. Mm-hmm. But I always felt like if I go in there, something's gonna happen and I'm gonna be blamed for it. So I would refuse to go in.
Makes sense.
One time I really needed to go to the restroom. Mm-hmm. I found a porta potty and went in there before I went into the house. No. That's how scared I was of stepping in.
I could not. I would have been recording the whole me going
but
to
it was
bathroom.
only like peeing.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, it's fine. I can pee.
Oh, I can't do it.
And I had Jerbex in the car. Yes, it was fine. But yeah, I got to see a bunch of houses and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So and it kind of gives me an idea like what I want to have.
Yeah, in a few years down the road.
Yeah.
I always thought that like by the age of 24, I would be married, 2 kids, own a home with a little white picket fence in the front yard. Like,
well, you got one of those.
I got a husband.
That's it. I don't have any. I have a dog. That's what I have.
I have 2 doggies too.
Yeah, I know, but it's not the same as like having children.
Hey, watch yourself.
It's
Maybe
a lot more responsibility to have a child.
Yeah, because you can't put a kid in a crate.
True, you can't. Well, you can, but you can CPS getting calls.
SVU. Boom, boom.
Exactly.
But I just always thought that, and especially like in junior high and high school, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait until I have all that. And then 24 came around and I'm like trying to grasp my mental health and like trying to work through things that I need to work through. Marriage was not on my mind, and just kids weren't on my mind. I'm like, I can't have kids right now. Like, I'm not doing good. Like, I want to be better for me. And
that's the thing that I've never wanted though. I've never wanted kids.
Wow.
Yeah. To this day, I don't want kids.
Well, to each their own. I did want kids for a long time. And me and my husband were trying to have kids for 3 years. But just recently, I was like, you know what? I kind of like sleeping in. Like
having your own life, having your own money.
Yes. I'm like, I like if I don't want to cook dinner, you can just go find some noodles, some spicy noodles to heat up and eat.
Yeah.
And I just having to prepare breakfast, lunch, dinner, like losing sleep. Like, I'm like, I don't want that anymore. Like, especially with like how the world's going right now. And we're talking about maybe adopting in a few years.
Adoption's a good idea. I have always thought that's a good idea. I've also thought of like fostering a child. Yeah. But I'll have to like be with somebody. I couldn't do it alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, kids get on my nerves. I need a place to like back away and be like, you deal with this child.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to do it.
That was another one of my dreams is I always wanted to become a foster parent before I had my own kids. And I was like, you know what? Whenever we move into a home, we can do that. But we can't do that because anybody who's living in your home has to go through the training to become a foster parent because they don't just give you a kid and everything. Yeah, they make you take the courses, the classes and everything. And with his father living with us and we take care of his father. So he wouldn't.
Oh, y'all wouldn't qualify yet.
We wouldn't qualify. No. So that's one dream from my 20s that I've given up on.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to live forever. I'm sorry, but it's true.
His dad's side of the family does tend to live for
really
a long time. Yes.
They're like 100 years old. They're still kicking.
Like I'm talking about 80, 90.
Oh, godly.
And
my friend Zoe, her grandmother is like 98.
Oh gosh.
I know. Is she still kicking? Very bright. Still like fully there. Every morning walks to pick up the mail. Like, and they have a long driveway. They have like, I think it's 4 acres or 5. I can't tell.
Dang.
So she walks up there and gets her mail.
Wow.
I'm like, good for you.
Just don't fall.
Yes. But yeah, she's like, I'm like, dang it, like that old is still going.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're gonna outlive us all.
I know. So if you had the choice, so let's just say that you lived until you were 100 years old. Would you rather have that old body where you can't really move, but have your mind be alert? Or would you rather have your body be alert, but your mind not?
I would jump.
Okay, that is not an option.
Like 70s, I'm jumping.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to be that old.
I know. If I'm that old, I want to.
Because I also see like, I don't know if you know this, my grandmother's husband has Alzheimer's, and so he's not always there.
Yeah.
Well, he's never there anymore. Like it's progressed so badly. Yeah, so I'm like, that's awful to me. I would hate to be that person.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
you'll forget.
yeah, like it's not bad for the person experiencing
Yeah.
it, like the person that has it. It's bad for your loved ones.
Yeah, having to witness you deteriorate like that.
Yeah, so I'd rather not have them suffer.
Yeah.
And so jumping is the way to go for me at that point.
I really wish like here that they had like where you could put in a living will if I if I get Alzheimer's or something, like
let me go.
Yes. What's the word?
Assisted suicide.
There we go. Yes. And like if you're in your right state of mind whenever you're writing that, like I feel like
you should be able to
offer that.
100% I would.
Yeah.
I don't want to be I don't want to be a vegetable. I don't want to not be.
Yeah. Well, make sure you have that in a living will.
I have it in my because I have like a life insurance, and they ask you all those questions.
Okay.
So it's all on there.
Okay. Do you have like somebody who's gonna vouch for you?
I haven't like chosen a person, but I have told everyone this is what I want, and it's here now too. So
yeah,
if anybody needs to prove that this is what I want, they can use this.
Season 1, episode.
I think this is 9.
Episode 9. George's last wishes.
Yes. Let me go.
Let him go.
Just let me die. Let me die. Have you seen the video the Lorax?
No.
Like, let it die, let it shrivel up and die.
No.
I've
never seen the movie. Isn't Zac Efron in that?
I think so.
I remember seeing him on the red carpet for that.
Maybe. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time. But yeah, he's like the little guy. He's like the human in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zac Efron's a cutie patootie. Was a cutie patootie. God, I remember the Zanessa days. They were the it couple. Like they're beautiful together.
Yeah, I don't remember them. I don't remember why they broke up or anything. Did they even say?
No.
They always say just we grew apart. Yeah. Like that makes sense.
And same with her and Austin Butler. They were together for like 10 years. Dang. And then they ended up separating, and then she met the baseball player. He put a ring on her pretty quickly, and they got married, and then she's a mom now.
Dang. Yeah. You followed her like a stalker.
No.
Be careful. She's outside your window watching you.
Baby V. No. Okay. So here's the thing. She was the very first celebrity I followed on Instagram.
Really?
And then it was Selena Gomez.
That's funny.
And the reason why is because she was the very first non-white actress on Disney. You know?
Oh, that's true.
So she has brown skin, and I'm like, oh, Latina. And Gabriella, Latina name, from High School Musical. Yeah. But she's Filipino. She's Filipino.
Yeah, it's Filipino.
Yeah. And I just, that's why I love her so much, is because like she was the very first like representation.
It's funny because I have been asked before if I was Filipino by a Filipino.
What?
It was like when I was getting my COVID shot, the pharmacist asked me because of my last name. And I'm like, that's funny.
Is that a Filipino list?
Technically it is, because Spain took over the Philippines, just like they took over all the other Hispanic countries. Yeah. And so it was funny because I surprised him how much history I knew. So, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're also conquered by Spain right before the U.S. took over and like massacred so many of your people.
Oh,
and
wow.
he was like, how do you know this? I did not hold back. I was like, yeah, like, like U.S. was awful to y'all, like, and so was Spain, and like it's crazy how many people died. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, and he was like looking at me unimpressed. I knew about a country that I had no relationship with.
Oh wow,
that's ADHD though. Like you learn these information that you think you're never gonna use, and then it comes up every now and then.
Wow. You know, I saw this thing online that was like, whenever you're drunk and you're learning something, you can't retain it. But
Yeah.
whenever you drink is whenever you start like
remembering.
Yes. And I had this uncle in Mexico who they were like, whenever he gets drunk, he speaks English. And I was like, how is that possible?
My uncle's ex is the same way.
Whenever they're drunk?
Whenever he's drunk, he speaks English.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Like when he's sober, he's like, I don't understand. Like he knows like the basics, like hello, goodbye,
Yeah.
you know. But when he's drunk, he speaks to you in English. And
Oh,
so
wow.
everyone always says when he hears you speaking English, he's gone.
Dang, I wonder what kind of things I know whenever I'm drunk.
I rarely get drunk.
Yeah.
So.
You know, we should do that like as a segment. Get drunk and like learn a different language.
It won't take me long to get drunk, to be honest. A shot or two and I'm done.
Or maybe even create a new language
Who knows?
whenever we're drunk.
That's
And then listen back to it and be like, what are we saying?
What are we doing? Like we're erasing this whole tape. It's never gonna see the light of day.
Oh, wow.
That's funny.
So, what's the reality of 31?
It's sad. Everything is not what you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, I think the only thing I own right now is my car. That one's paid off.
I don't even own my car yet.
You
I'm
don't?
still paying it off.
How much more do you have? You have a lot more.
I think I have a year and a half left to pay it off.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, not too bad.
No. It was like I was so happy when it was over, though.
Yeah, that
was
extra
like,
income.
Yes, I was like, finally, one thing I don't have to pay for.
I own my
And then
phone.
I noticed also your phone. I noticed also like you stop caring about like the little things on your car when you're done paying it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think there's like this bump suddenly appeared in the back of my car. I'm like, oh, well.
It's okay.
It's fine. That bitch is paid off. It's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, my dad bought me my first car. And
did?
yeah, he did. He bought everybody their first car.
That's funny. Mine
But
did too.
everybody had to contribute something to it, like a portion of their money, except for me.
Really?
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have
Spoiled
to.
bitch.
I know. I know. And everybody else got a used car, but I got a 2013 Chevy Sonic.
Okay.
And my
yeah.
siblings were like, well, why did you get a new car? And looking back at it, I was my dad's favorite.
Yeah,
It's-
you were.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. And he made my sister pay for half of her car,
Dang.
but she had a Toyota. Toyota Corolla. Those things run forever.
My dad gave me my first one. I was 15, so I wasn't even legally allowed to drive it.
Oh, wow. What kind of car was it?
It was a 4Runner.
Oh,
I
okay.
hated it.
Why?
I sold it the first moment I could. Like I hated that thing.
Oh, my goodness.
It was an old car, and it was like I thought it was ugly, and it just I don't know. I didn't like it, so I got rid of it. And then my mom gave me my second car.
Okay.
It was a Nissan Maxima,
Oh.
which that one I liked more because it
Yeah.
can drive it easier. So I've always liked cars. I've never liked like big vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I'm a car girly.
yeah. So.
This is my second car that I have. I have an Elantra Hyundai. And I drove my first car to the ground. Like
Really?
I had over 150,000 miles on it. And that
Hey.
is not every time it would get really hot, I would need to go and get my radiator fixed. And it was like almost like $1,200 to get it fixed every summer. So it was like a little birthday gift to myself every summer.
You have to go and pay for this.
Yes. And but it got to the point where whenever I would go to reverse, and if I didn't reverse quick enough, my car would just turn off.
Oh,
And I'm
dang.
like, God. And so I took it to Westheimer Auto. They're very good people. If you ever need to get your car worked on, I recommend Westheimer Auto. Like it's a bunch of very good reviews. They look to save you money.
Yeah.
But I took it to them and he was like, sorry to say, but you need to start looking for a new car. And I'm like, what? He goes, well, the work that you're needing, he's like, we're going to have to take out the whole entire engine and replace it. And it's not going to be worth it because it's just going to happen later on down the road. Mm. And I was like, okay. I was like, how soon? He's like, probably within the month, if that. And I'm like, oh no. So then I needed to get my car inspected because it was expiring. It had already expired and I was past the date. And then I went, God, this is so embarrassing. I plugged it out because my check engine light was on. So I plugged out the battery stuff so that way. And then I
so it clears it.
So it clears it, yeah. So then I didn't drive it far enough to have it clear. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, has something recently happened? Blah, blah. I was like, oh, I got some spark plugs whenever I went to go get an oil change. He goes, that's why you need to drive it around for a little bit and then bring it back. I was like, oh, dang it. Okay. And then I go to reverse.
It turns off.
I was so embarrassed.
Go to a different location. Never go there again.
I never went there again. I went to go get a new car.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I used to have. Actually, I was talking to my cousin about this yesterday. How my old Acura I had. Mm-hmm. It was the first car that I bought for that I picked out in person.
Yeah.
And so when I was driving, at some point the AC would stop working.
Oh no!
The only way to fix it was with a glove compartment underneath. You kick it, yeah, and it would come on, and I'd be like, "There it is!" Like now it's working.
Yeah.
But one time it was raining so badly, and the windows are fogging up because that's what happened. I couldn't see, and then it's pouring down rain. And I couldn't turn the air vent to clear out the... So I was hitting that bitch and it wouldn't turn on. I'm like, no. And then I was like, okay, I can't do with this. So I called my uncle that knows how to fix things. And he told me the fan was going out and he replaced it for me. Mm-hmm. And so it fixed it. But yeah, I almost died that day.
Oh my goodness.
Because of how bad, it was raining.
That is insane.
Yeah. And you know how foggy windows get.
Yes.
You need the blast of air.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, whenever my mom, whenever we were growing up, our AC was out, she would have a little towel that she would be constantly wiping. And it just never cleared it just right. It
needs the wind.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah,
I would be so scared.
And it was the one time, usually I get it kicking on and it's fine. Mm-hmm. It's the one time it would not turn on.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're alive.
I know. I was actually in Magnolia when this was happening.
Okay.
So it was funny.
Oh, wow.
I was driving because I used to do deliveries for the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And so that's when I used it.
Oh, wow.
But then, I traded that in for the car I have now.
You have a nice car.
Yeah, thank you. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to run forever?
Hopefully.
God, I told Matt, I was like, we should have gotten a Corolla, but they're so expensive.
So you had a Corolla?
Yeah, because they run.
No, mine's a Honda. I was saying.
Yeah, it's a Honda. I saw the
I like Honda. I liked it because so it was somebody hit me when in my Acura, and then I had to borrow my grandmother's Honda during the time my car was getting fixed.
Oh wow.
And so, when they were fixing it, I was using her Honda, and I'm like, I love this car. I want this car. And so when it came down to me buying my car,
he decided to push his grandma down the stairs.
No, I went and got myself a Honda.
Oh wow!
Because of hers, she had the Accord.
Okay, not your grandma being the OG influencer for you.
Yeah, but she had 3-4 cars at the time.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it was she didn't need it. It was, but I liked the car, and so I got it because of her. anymore. But also Acura is owned by Honda. So pretty much was like, it made sense. If I like that one, I would like this one.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
So what other dreams did you give up on?
I used to want a Tesla.
Thank God you gave up on that.
I know. Now I'm like, oh, thank God.
What were you
I would not
thinking?
wanting. I do not want one anymore.
See, my dream car whenever I was young was a Mustang.
A Mustang?
A
Those
red
things break
Mustang.
so easily though.
Hey, I was young. I was like in high school. I wanted a Mustang.
You crash, you die. It's literally like just made of plastic.
Oh, wow.
Like those things do not hold together well.
There was this guy that I went to high school with, and he was my little guy that I liked. He was horrible, though. He had a Mustang. So
That checks out.
I hope he doesn't wreck.
You're gonna go and cut his wire.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
It's funny because the show you told me to start watching,
Which one?
Shameless.
Yes, do you like it?
I did. I just saw an episode where he cut the neighbor's he thought was the accelerator wire, but it turned out to be the brake wire.
Oh my
And so he paralyzed him.
God, that's insane. What season are you on? Are you on one?
I don't even know. I think it was season 4. It's
Okay.
like, I'm like far out there.
So you saw where they replaced one of the characters, right?
The black kid keeps changing.
No, he's a twin.
He's a twin. Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but this Malkovich sister,
Which one?
the one who hit Karen with the car,
Oh,
Jennifer.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they replaced her, and I didn't like it. I was like, what?
I honestly didn't even notice they changed
Oh
her.
my goodness!
But it's because I've always been bad with names.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just like, I thought it was a different person. That's just changed.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's probably what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So right now what's going on is he started dating a fireman.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
If anybody's watching that show, it's very good.
Yeah,
I
Shameless.
didn't watch it. I just started watching it because you told me to.
Yeah. You know, my cousin looks like what's her name? God, Debbie.
She kind of does.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I to dye her hair.
especially whenever they were younger.
Yeah,
And I
see
looked at a
that.
picture from whenever my cousin was young. I was like, oh my God, you look identical to her. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, I can see it. She needs to dye her hair.
Who?
Like, there wasn't a redhead.
Oh, did she?
No, she needs to.
Oh.
That's the only way your cousin needs to do.
Yeah.
Their hair's not the same.
Mm-mm. No, but my cousin's cooler.
I don't know. The other one has a TV show.
I honestly think my cousin could be famous.
If she really wanted to.
I truly feel, and she wouldn't want to be famous. She said, like, we talked about this, and because she likes her privacy.
I'm the same way. I saw whenever you talked about like wanting to like record ourselves. I'm like, no, I don't want to be ever recognized walking down the street.
They'll just hear our voice and our laughs.
True. Like, you sound familiar. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Get away from me.
I'm not even from here.
No English.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because like my cousin's so good at like everything. She's good at music. She has a great voice. She's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, she's funny.
God, I love her. And we're not even blood.
I know, but that's kind of common in Hispanic
Yeah.
household.
Yeah. Well, you know, whenever she had came over, me and Matt were together 6 years already.
Mm.
And I guess I never really told him about my cousin because she came over and that's whenever Matt realized like she was musically talented. I was like, I could have swore I told you about my cousin. And he's like, no, because if you would have told me, I would have asked you to invite her over sooner so we could record music together. And I'm like, another person who prefers my cousin over me.
It's funny how she's awesome with the math.
Yeah, that is insane. Okay. Well, thank you for having me on as your co-host. I feel like I should have like a co-pilot name.
I don't even have like a first one.
Co-pilot M-Dog. No, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's funny though. But yeah, it's just fun. It would be easier now. We can focus on topics more.
Yes,
but we always end up changing it
Yeah.
in the middle.
That's okay.
Our ADHD brains, they just change
You get two ADHDs together.
Talk about anything.
Yes. Also, don't forget to text us.
Yes.
On the little button down below.
Yes.
And share with us your stories about dreams you gave up on in your 20s.
All right. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of Girls and Gays Let's Talk. Thanks for hanging out with us.
If something we said hit home or made you laugh, cry, or text your toxic ex, you know what to do.
Leave us a review, share the episode with your favorite chaotic friend, and don't forget to follow us on socials for behind-the-scenes drama and messy opinions.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Until then, stay loud, stay soft, and stay exactly who you are.
Bye.
Bye.